Was the organization. I don't know if you saw Wayne LaPierre spoke after Sandy Hook. There was this stupid woman that held up a sign saying NRA blood on your hands. The same idiots were there. So we staged a counter protest that had roughly twice as many people.
I saw that.
And we got them to leave after less than an hour.
Yeah, I was watching that, and I said the majority. I said, okay, there's pro-NRA there with flags and everything.
Right, and then there's the pink people walked up later and then walked away.
Yeah. They were quiet, and then I talked to one of the officers up there. So I'm a life member of NRA.
Nice.
Awesome.
Me too.
And
I'm actually not a member of the NRA. This is not even an NRA issue. Why would you be protesting the NRA?
Well, no.
The Bill of Rights guarantees my right to keep and bear arms. The NRA makes sure dirty politicians respect the Bill of Rights.
Oh, I understand that.
Love the NRA. Going to be a life member someday, but for right now, it's not a priority.
You probably, just out of my background, I'm prior military, at a break-in service. I was a marshal for several years while I was in college, got a degree. I went out in the private sector, and I've worked as a contractor in the Mideast. So then I'm back to the private sector again. But support your groups, California Rifle and Pistol Association, support NRA. And one of the things that I told people, because I said, don't dress, a lot of the guys dress casual hunters and things like that. I said, everybody show up dressed very professional and don't say anything. I have nothing against what you're wearing. I'm saying, if you want to screw someone's mind up, you come up with that. And I had one individual come up and made a comment because I was standing one of the things, and he's running his mouth, and he said, aren't you going to say anything? And I said, why should I waste my time arguing with an idiot? I said, if you have someone that can intelligently discuss your issue, I'd be more than happy to discuss it. But you're a moron.
Basically, what we were doing is we were screaming that at them so that they would leave.
Well, we were citing data, statistics, and reports from actual crime reports.
Yeah,
right.
No, I understand.
So we weren't just there to just let them sit there and spout their BS.
Yeah.
We were there to really get them riled up and leave.
Yeah.
And it worked.
It worked.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, there are different tactics for different protests.
I understand. I don't have a problem with it. Just say,
And if you research their organization, they're
terrorists.
can get very violent. They have ties to domestic terrorists and stuff like that.
I do understand that.
They actually fund terrorism, apparently.
They also support Hamas and Hezbollah.
Yeah, they gave medical aid to insurgents in Iraq.
Israel.
To Hamas in Gaza.
Yeah.
So I'm like, great, you guys fund Islamic extremists.
It's basically a bunch of old white women.
You found a card yet?
No, haven't found one.
Yeah.
Can I talk to you a little bit later, maybe?
Sure. It doesn't have to be now, but you're going to be leaving at 6?
I'll be here.
Okay. Maybe we'll catch each other.
Excuse me just a minute.
Yes, sir.
Never will.
No kidding.
Because
I like his truck though, so it's KC lots on top.
Yeah. I
we were
got
just discussing Wells Fargo's anti-Second Amendment endeavors.
I'm sorry?
Wells Fargo's anti-Second Amendment. They donate more money to Feinstein than just about anyone else.
Well, they have a number of organizations. But, like I say, I just do. The issue I deal with is primarily security. I don't get in the middle of their
totally respect that.
issues.
Yeah.
But
I hear you.
You're talking about Texas. I was in Texas not long ago. I was coming back from Florida, actually, and I'm driving down the freeway. Long straight stretch of highway in the middle of nowhere, and I saw this big billboard, and George Bush is wearing a bow tie with a big smile. And it said, do you miss me yet?
Yep.
I almost ran off the road.
Yeah.
So I did a U-turn, came back, drove across the median, and took a couple of shots. Then later, going down the road, there's two DPS officers, and they're driving Department of Public Safety, and they were driving pickup trucks. In the back of the truck, there's a rack, a shotgun, and a rifle on the rack. I pulled in, and I have a decal on my windshield on it. So we were talking about issues, and he saw the California plate and asked, and I said, basically I occupy space there, I don't really live there. So he said, I got one for you. He said, I'm driving down the road one day. I stopped this kid in a Mustang, top down, pulled him over, and when I stopped him, he said, officer, I'm going to have to tell you I'm carrying concealed. He said, son, what do you have? And he said, well, I got a 45 in my shoulder holster. And he says, I've got a Glock 9 on my strong side carry, and I have a Model 36 in my ankle holster. In my glove compartment,
That's a beast for an ankle holster.
Huh?
That's a big gun for an ankle holster, anyway.
And in the glove compartment, I've got my 48K, and in the trunk I have AR-15 and a shotgun. He said, "Son, what are you afraid of?" And he said, the kid looked at him and smiled. He said, "Not a damn thing."
Not a damn. Not a damn.
So.
I love it.
Perfect.
Well, anyway, you guys be careful. I'm just curious on what they're blowing out their ass down there today.
Yeah, so the cops are sticking around because I guess they have a permit to protest for a little bit longer.
Yeah, they're expired till 3 o'clock.
We quickly extinguished
the
situation.
The dangerous thing about some of the protests, because I've done covert surveillance and operation, they were trying to get an instigator in the crowd, and they wind things up and they attribute it to the opposition.
Yeah.
Well, we wound things up, and we had me in the front of it, so I'm bigger than most of those cops that were there.
Well,
and anyone who's going to try and get violent, I'm going to be pushing them back. So.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about not the initial, it's what the news media will say.
Yeah.
And I've worked with different countries, so it's just on that, but and that's not a patrol car of any kind. Somebody's just got a homemade.
Oh, it's the bullhorn.
Yeah,
that's the bullhorn.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that's the sign over there.
Okay. They had a lot of fun with that thing. Yeah.
I was just curious because what's dangerous, and then some of the group, they said watch for instigators.
Oh yeah, we actually get them all the time. A couple weeks ago, there was an instigator that tried to infiltrate a women's rights group.
Yeah.
And we had shoot him away, and Capitol Police had to escort him out.
Yeah.
Because he was just, I don't know what his issue was, but later he came back, and the cops had to shoo him away again. I mean, he was trying to start fights with a lot of people, and it's like, come on, really? Like, we don't do that to you guys. We really don't.
Yeah.
All of ours have been extremely peaceful.
Yeah.
I've never been to a violent pro-gun or
No, me neither.
Ever. I've never had a problem.
Like I say, depending on, you try, let's say, maintain a certain neutrality on, depending on what job you're working and everything. There's people that try to get in and they want to make the opposition look bad.
Yeah.
You know, the worst thing that could have happened is you have a peaceful protest and everything, and somebody come by and do a drive-by. Automatically attribute it
to the counter.
To the NRA or the pro-gun people.
The NRA wouldn't do that, though. That's the whole thing. Is as much media publication as that would get.
I know that.
The
but
NRA.
I'm just saying you have.
But the media would stay.
The media would.
Yeah, but nowadays there's more people afraid of the government than there are of terrorists.
I know that.
So people understand that the media is going to be lying.
Well,
not everybody.
Not everybody.
The new bill they're trying to push through that requires 100% registration. But not only that, there's provisions in the bill where the government can do confiscation.
Southwest.
Yeah.
And even to the point that they listed any semi-automatic rifle.
The thing that kills me is that
any rifle with a removable magazine.
Yeah, the thing that kills me is that if you can still get ammunition, they're not going to ban metal. No. And I can make a submachine gun in my garage far easier than I can make a semi-auto rifle. I've never done it. I've made multiple semi-auto rifles. It's legal to do.
You can make a full auto rifle with
metal fab shop back at home.
Easy.
And the equipment for it
with 5 pieces of equipment.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I'm saying a fairly good one. And like I said, I've worked in a variety of places. I've been out in the country a number of years. The other thing about it, the thing that I would buy now, I'm looking at, I remember ammo I used to buy at like 6 cents a round. The same ammo is on sale now, and it's $1.71 a round if you buy it by pound.
Which caliber?
Pardon me?
Which caliber?
7.62 30 or 7.62 51 or 50.
51 is 308?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's $1 a shot at least now.
Yeah, and it's going up. And like 9mm, you look at 9mm, even 22.
22 you can't find. The 550 round boxes were $20 6 months ago.
You buy them a brick
now you find them for
you buy them a 500
$90.
brick at a time.
Yeah, now they're $90 for a brick.
Well,
it's 20.
It's funny actually. I went looking for 22.
Someone was talking about he wanted to buy gold, and I said, "Don't buy gold, buy ammo."
Buy ammo. Buy ammo.
No, if you'd invested money in ammo 10 years ago,
you
invested 10 grand, you'd have more than 250 grand right now.
I know.
Yeah.